वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. A very warm welcome to entire Sangat in today's talk. This evening, our topic for discussion is the five Takhts. Whenever we mention Gurdwara Sahib or Takht Sahib, almost we think it is the same thing or the same place, or it may have the same kind of system. ਦੋਵਾਂ ਥਾਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਇੱਕੋ ਵਰਗਾ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਦੋਵਾਂ ਦਾ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ. This is how we basically think about it. But actually there is a huge difference in Gurdwara Sahib and Takht Sahib as well. So that concepts, those things we will try to understand today. Basically, more often the word that we use, which is Gurdwara Sahib. And on very few occasions, we use the word Takht Sahib as well. When we talk about Gurdwara Sahib, then we have so many Gurdwaras in the world, in the countries, in different states, cities, and also in the areas, in the villages as well. Even in Singapore, we have 7 Gurdwara Sahib. So हर देश ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ almost हर शहर ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਬਣੇ. Even there are some cities, in the same city we may have hundreds of Gurdwara Sahib. In the country we may have more than 1,000 Gurdwara Sahib. But when it comes to the Takht Sahib, then we don't have so many Takhts in the world. The Takht Sahib we have, which are 5 in the world. But when we say Gurdwara Sahib, then there are many Gurdwara Sahib. Basic meaning translation of Gurdwara is the door to the God. Or by the Guru, by the Master, we understand how can we merge with the Vaheguru. Gurudwara. Guru is a door. About Gurdwara, there are Gurbani Panktis in Shri Guru Granth Sahib as well that we more often read, we heard, and almost many of us has remembered as well. Gurudwara hoye sujhi paisi. We go to Gurudwara to get some knowledge, to know about Guruji, to get the more understanding about the Gurbani, about the teaching, about the messages, and how can we live our life. जब लग शब्द ना भेदिए क्यों सो है गुरुद्वार. This is also another Gurbani Pankti about Gurdwara Sahib. जब लग शब्द ना भेदिए, until unless we don't get touched by Shabad, क्यों सो है? So है means getting more respect. क्यों सो है गुरुद्वार. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦਾ ਤੀਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੱਜਦਾ, ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ 'ਚ ਸ਼ੋਭਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ? Which means understanding and walking on the path of Almighty, imbibing the teachings of gurus in our life. Another word, we won't go in much depth about Gurdwara Sahib. So there are many panktis about it, but we need to learn. We are here to know more about it, and it is more about doing more spiritual religious activities. Takht. About Takht, there are so many panktis in Gurdwara Sahib. Sacha Takht Rachaya Baisan Kaun Jai. Just now we were hearing this shabad from Pal Singh ji as well. So Sache ne jehda hai wo his sansar, this world is also known as his throne. Takht, throne of Vaheguru. And Takht, one another aspect, Vadda Tera Darbar, Sacha to the Takht. His court is huge and his throne is true because it always remains. In the world, maybe some people sits on the thrones for very little time. Later, sooner they have to change, or the kings gets changed. But Takht ਇਹ ਸ਼ਬਦ Guru Granth Sahib ਚ ਵੀ ਆਇਆ ਹੈ, and it is very important word in the Sikh history as well. Sacha, Sacha, Takht Rachaya, so many panthis. So Takht is more related to the outer part, related to politics as well, related to power as well, related to the king as well. ਵੀ ਰਾਜਾ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੈ ਤਖਤ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤਖਤ ਤੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਰਾਜਾ। ਸੋ ਤਖਤ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕੁਝ ਹੁਕਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ, like in Granthi we do have in Gurdwara Sahib. The highest position that we have in Gurdwara Sahib, there's one difference in Gurdwara and Takht Sahib. Gurdwara we have the highest position is head Granthi Ji. In Takht we have the highest position of Jathedar. So position gets changed, Jathedar. So we have 5 Jathedar of the 5 Takhts. So these are the name of the 5 Takhts, and also we can see the location in the map. So from where we can get some idea where are they located in India. So as we mentioned, Gurdwaras we have around the world, alag-alag shahran, alag-alag jagah te, but Takhts we have 5, all are in India as well. We'll go in much more detail about the Takhts as well today. So these are the 5 Takhts. Sequence, you may read the 5th Takht on the number 4, or somewhere 4th Takht on the number 5. 4th and 5th, we may see some changes in that, because earlier even there was a time when we were following the 4 Takhts, but later then we started following the 5th Takht as well. So ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ sequence ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਤੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਥੱਲੇ ਕੁਝ changes ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ, but now we are following according to Sikh Rahat Maryada. So according to Rahat Maryada, this is the sequence of the 5 Takhts. So these are the 5 Takhts. First one is Shri Akal Takht Sahib. It's in the Amritsar Sahib in the Punjab. Second Takht is Shri Patna Sahib, where Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji took Prakash. जिथे Guru Gobind Singh Ji da Prakash hoya hai, Patna Sahib. Third Takht is Takht Shri Kesgarh Sahib, Anandpur Sahib, again in Punjab, where Guru Gobind Singh Ji did initiation of Khalsa. Khalsa sajya janda hai, wo jagah hai Takht Shri Kesgarh Sahib. Then we have Takht Shri Hajur Sahib, it's in Nanded, Maharashtra. Takht Shri Damdama Sahib, it's in Talwandi Sabo near Bathinda. So out of 5 Takhts, 3 Takhts are in Punjab. One is in Bihar state in the city Patna Sahib, and one is in Maharashtra in the city Nanded Hajur Sahib. So these are the 5 names of our 5 Takhts. The first Takht is Shri Akal Takht Sahib. This is in Amritsar Sahib, Punjab. Now, today we will take a deep dive. We'll understand more about Takht Shri Akal Takht Sahib. If we read 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th Takht, we put suffix Takht in front of the name of the Gurdwara Sahib, in the front of the name of the Takht Sahib. But first Takht's name itself a Takht. बाकी चारों तख्तां दे विच असी तखत ऐड किया होया है, या असी तखत स्टार्टिंग वर्ड पढ़ रहे हैं सफिक्स, बट पहले तखत दे विच असी देखदे हां नेम इटसेल्फ अ तखत, नाम दे विच ही तखत ऐड है। तो जदों असी दोबारा उहदे नाल तखत लगाने हां, so then we get takht couple of times when we talk about the first takht. In other takhts, we read takht one time, But when we speak about Shri Akal Takht Sahib, then Takht, Shri Akal Takht Sahib, we say the Takht 2 times. Now, Akal Takht Sahib, when did this established? When did this start? It started in 15th of June 1606. 15 ਜੂਨ 1606 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਨੀਂਹ ਪੱਥਰ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. As we all know, Sai Mia Mir put the foundation stone for Shri Harmandir Sahib, but the foundation stone of Shri Akal Takht Sahib was by two Sikh personalities. The foundation stone of Akal Takht Sahib, when we talk about Akal Takht Sahib, it is a concept of Miri and Piri. It also represents about other activities. Now, as we were talking about Gurdwara Sahib and Takht Sahib, there is some difference as well. So when we talk about Shri Akal Takht Sahib, Bhai Gurdas Ji and Baba Buddha Ji both together put the foundation stone. नींह पत्थर अकाल तख्त साहिब दा ये दोनों ने रखा. It's really amazing thing and one of the unique thing that we read in the Sikh history. अकाल तख्त साहिब दा नींह पत्थर दो सिख रखते ने मिलके, और वो दो सिख कौन ने? बाबा बुड्ढा जी एंड भाई गुरदास जी. So दोनों मिलके नींह पत्थर रखते ने श्री अकाल तख्त साहिब. So when this takht was established, they started making it. Then definitely ਹੋਰ ਸੰਗਤ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ participate ਕਰਦੇ. So this takht, when we go in the takht, it is completely concepts of Miri and Piri, two things together, and the name of this takht is Akal Takht. And this word has been used again and again from by Guruji. So this is the first takht which is established by Guruji himself, and name of the takht is not on the name of Guruji, it is the name of on the Akal, Paramatma, Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji. Name of the takht is Akal Takht. It's not my takht, it's not my father's takht. Who is the actual king? ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਠਾਇਆ ਉਸ ਤਖਤ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਅਸਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. ਇਹ ਕਿਹਦਾ ਤਖਤ ਹੈ? ਜੋ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ, ਅਕਾਲ, ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ. Then there is a well as well. ਇੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਖੂਹ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ. ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਆਪ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਖੂਹ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੋਵੇ, ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਣ. So the name of that well is also Akal Sar. So name of the takht is Akal Takht. Name of the well is Akal Sar. And then we see two Nishan Sahibs outside the Akal Takht Sahib. Then they are also spreading the message of the freedom and under the control of Akal. It has their own flag. Apna Chagda Lehrana, ये भी एक sign है showing the freedom. आजादी show करना, freedom. ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਵੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ. So Miri and Piri both are under Akal, not under any personality. So Akal Takht, Akal Sar, and both Miri and Piri is under the control of Akal. Both are free from this world. No one is taking care, no one is the in charge. The real in charge, the real controller is Akal. ਭਾਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਧਰਮ ਹੈ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਹਰ ਰੂਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਅਕਾਲ ਹੀ ਹੈ. Now, what was the reason? Why did this takht was established? And as we mentioned, there is a different routines in Gurdwara Sahib and in Takht Sahib. So what were those routines that we will discuss now? So the reason behind establishment of a takht, the most important thing is martyrdom of fifth Guru, Shri Guru Arjan Sahib Ji. Guru Arjan Sahib Ji ਦੀ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. After his martyrdom, this Takht was established. So Guru Arjan Sahib ਦੀ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਤਖਤ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ। So what was happening? So another reason, there was more and more cruelty. People was getting obsessed from the rulers, and it was already preparation was going. As Gokul Chand Narayan, one of the writers who wrote about Sikh history. So Gokul Chand Narayan, he believed that there is a transformation in gurus. So first 5 gurus were just spreading peace and spreading the message of oneness. They were very calm. But 6th guru brought transformation. 6th Guru Sahib ने तलवार चक ली। 6th Guru Sahib ने उस system जेड़ा है उसनु change किया according to Gokul Chand Narayan. But then we had another scholars, Ganda Singh Ji and Teja Singh Ji. Then they corrected about it. Then they wrote, it is not about the transformation, it was about the preparation, which was already going through from the earlier Guruji's time. So Guruji ਦੇ time ਤੋਂ already ਇਹਦੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ. It was just about the situation. It was about the movement and the necessity of that. So ऐसा नहीं है कि गुरु हरगोबिंद साहब जी ने कुछ changes किया है. Ganda Singh ji and Teja Singh ji mentioned, they said it was in the flow. Already it was part of the preparation. So basically ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਲੜਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਔਰ 5th ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. So they just don't think like we can just oppress everyone. So ਕਿਤੇ ਨਿਮਰਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰੀ ਨਾ ਸਮਝ ਲਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ. Like their humbleness shouldn't be counted as a weakness. That was also one of the things. And another thing, Guru Sahib Ji is not focused only on the religious part, but also about all other aspects of our life. The beautiful thing that we see in Guruji's life and in their teachings and the messages for the Sikhs is Sikh don't need to cover only religious part. Guruji talked about every aspect of the life. So what was happening in the routines? In the morning, as Gurdwara Sahib, there was a Prakash of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Katha, Kirtan, Gurbani, Ardas, the same as Gurdwara Sahib. But after that, we may say after 9 or 10 a.m., then there was some different kind of court. The same Gurdwara, same place became different kind of court where whoever having any kind of any issues related to social life, family life, maybe political issues, all were discussed at a same place. ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਤਖਤ ਬਣੇ। तो ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਸਮਾਜਿਕ ਝਗੜੇ ਨੇ, ਆਪਸੀ ਲੜਾਈਆਂ ਨੇ, ਕੋਈ ਰਾਜਨੀਤਿਕ ਦਿੱਕਤਾਂ ਨੇ, ਕੋਈ ਪਲੈਨਿੰਗ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, everything was being discussed at that same point. तो गुरु साहब जी ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੁਖੀਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਸਨ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ solution ਵੀ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਸਨ. What now they are supposed to do. So Guruji is the one who was taking care of the court, who was sitting in the court and announcing the results. ਉੱਥੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ. It was like establishment of another court. They did not want them to go to another court, to the rulers, but ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਆਧਾਰ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. Then another beautiful thing, when we sit, when we go inside the Akal Takht Sahib, we can see Harmandir Sahib. If you are in the Akal Takht Sahib, we can see Harmandir Sahib, but once you go inside the Harmandir Sahib, we cannot see Akal Takht Sahib. If we are in the Akal Takht Sahib, we can see Harmandir Sahib. It was structured in that way. But if you are in Harmandir Sahib, then we can't see Akal Takht Sahib. Another reason behind was If you are in Akal Takht Sahib, if you are taking any political decisions, must take from the aspect of religion. ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਖੜੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਹਰਿਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੇ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਰੱਖਣੀ ਹੈ, ਭਾਵ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਧਰਮ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ. Even if you are taking some political decisions, that should be based on religion. तो गुरु ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਇਸ ਹੱਕ ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਜੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਜਾਇਜ਼ ਹੈ, ਨਹੀਂ, ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਕੁਝ ਲਿਮਿਟਸ, ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਕੁਝ ਲਿਮਿਟੇਸ਼ਨਸ that happens in Guruji's time. Even in 10th Guruji's time also, there was one incident when they found enemies ladies. So when also Sikh said, Sikh badla le pala jana. So however, whatever they are doing to our women, if they found, if they caught, we must treat their women in the same way. Sikh badla le pala jana. ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਚ ਭਲਾ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਇੱਕ ਵਰਜ ਰਹਾ, ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਬਾਣੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਬੋਲ ਕਿਉਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਰੋਕਦੇ ਨੇ? ਦੈਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਸੈਡ, ਹਮਰੋ ਜਾਨੋ ਪੰਥ ਉਚੇਰੇ. ਇਹਦੇ ਚ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਰੈਕਟਰ ਵੀ ਉੱਚਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜੀਵਨ ਵੀ ਉੱਚਾ ਕੀਤਾ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਲਾਈਫ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਵੀ ਉੱਚਾ ਕੀਤਾ. So here also Guruji said, even if you're taking any political decisions, any family issues, whatever he wants to solve, must take guidance from Akal, must take guidance from Guruji, must take guidance from Gurbani. That is why if we are in the Akal Takht Sahib, we can see Harimandir Sahib. So political decisions should be taken by religious guidelines. But once you are in religion, once you are into the religious way, dharam de vich, you shouldn't play politics. That is why once we go in the Harimandir Sahib, we cannot see Akal Takht Sahib. The thing, if you are in a religion, don't take those decisions political. Don't be political in the religious place. But in the political line, you must take decisions from the religious guidelines. So that was also one of the things. That is why we see Miri and Piri, two Nishan Sahibs outside the Akal Takht Sahib. The one building of Akal Takht Sahib is higher, but the Nishan Sahib, which is next to Akal Takht Sahib, which is lower than the another Nishan Sahib. So in Harimandir Sahib and in between Akal Takht Sahib, we see two Nishan Sahib, right? Miri and Piri. The one who is next to Akal Takht Sahib, that is less higher than the one who is near to Harimandir Sahib. So ਭਾਵੇਂ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਉੱਚੀਆਂ ਲੱਗਣਗੀਆਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤਖਤਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ, ਪਰ ਧਰਮ ਮਹਾਨ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਮੀਰੀ ਪੀਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੀਰੀ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੈ ਉੱਚਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹਰਿਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਾਲਾ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਉਹ ਉੱਚਾ ਹੈ, ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਾਲਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਨੀਵਾਂ ਹੈ. So that is also one of the things that we need to learn and understand from Shri Akal Takht Sahib and the Miri. Then, when Guru Sahib Ji was on the throne, Guru Sahib Ji on the Gurta Gaddi, and Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, Akal Takht Sahib Badwande in Shri Amritsar Sahib. From the Akal Takht Sahib, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji declared this Hukamnama to bring nice horses, weapons, ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਸਤਰ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹੀਏ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਸਤਰ, ਘੋੜੇ, ਸੋਹਣੇ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਘੋੜੇ, ਇਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਭੇਟਾ ਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਓ. ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਕਿਹਾ. ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਵੀ ਰੀਡ ਟੂ ਪੰਕਤੀਜ਼, ਵਿਦਿਆ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਔਰ ਪਿਰਾਨਾ, ਚੌਥਾ ਜੇਠਾ ਕਹੋ ਬਖਾਨਾ, सहस सहस ताबिया किए, चारे सिख सेनापत थिए. Senapat means senapati, commanders. So these four were the main commanders at that time by Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji. Bhai Bidhi Chand Ji, Bhai Panda Ji, Pirana Ji, and Bhai Jetha Ji. Yes, Bhai Jetha Ji is also the name of fourth Guru Shri Guru Ramdas Sahib Ji, but there is another Sikh as well who was the commander of the force of the army as well. Then time passed. ਹੁਣ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ established ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। Then at that time rulers were becoming against Panj, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੋਰਟ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਸਥਾਨ ਵੀ ਹੈ। So now they were getting worried. Then we do hear about when Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji was in Gwalior's jail. Different writers wrote differently कि कुछ आपसी तनाव से, या some says it is because of finance or something, but the truth, like according to more of the researchers, ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਵੀ ਦਿਲ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨਾਲ ਸਹਿਮਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ definitely the main reason was Guru Ji's power. They could see financially, politically, religious way, every way Guru Ji is just going ahead and ahead. ਹਰ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਤਾਕਤ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਸੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਜਾਂ ਤਾਕਤ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਕਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। Then who became the first ਜਥੇਦਾਰ? From Guruji's, definitely Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji was taking care of everything. Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji was the one initially who was listening all the problems of the Sangat and resolving them. But when Guru Sahib Ji went, then Pai Sahib Pai Gurdas Ji, he became the first Jathedar of Shri Akal Takht Sahib. So if we, as we often read, the first head Granth of Shri Harmandir Sahib is Baba Buddha Ji, but first Jathedar of Shri Akal Takht Sahib is Pai Gurdas Ji. And then Baba Buddha Ji was the head Granthi of Shri Harmandir Sahib, but the both taking care of those situations. If he became Jathedar, which means Pai Gurdas Ji was also very good in Shastar Vidya. When we read history of Shri Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji learned Shastar Vidya, how to use weapons, this Vidya from Baba Buddha Ji. It's also amazing. I get amazed. Baba Buddha Ji, we never see or read in the history when he was like playing with them, या उन्होंने कितने शस्त्र विद्या दिखाई है, जंगा ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ participate ਕੀਤਾ है, but he was the one who was preparing. So अगर गुरु अर्जन साहब जी गुरु हरगोबिंद साहब जी ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਸਤਰ ਵਿਦਿਆ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ 6ਵੇਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਬਾ ਬੁੱਢਾ ਜੀ ਕੋਲ ਭੇਜ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ, means he was already trained. So again one of the another reference that it was a part of preparation. So Pai, after that Jathedar was Pai Gurdas Ji. He was also very good in Shastar Vidya. That is why he became the Jathedar. At that time it was needed of Sant Sipahi. So Sant Sipahi concept we see in many ways. Sant Sipahi Harmandir Sahib and Akal Takht Sahib. Sant Sipahi Miri and Piri. Sant Sipahi we see like 2-6 head Granthi, Baba Buddha Ji, Pai Gurdas Ji, both together giving the foundation stone of Akal Takht Sahib. So time was changing, different time. So we'll go just in the history. So ਵੱਖੋ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵੱਖੋ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਜਥੇਦਾਰ ਆਂਦੇ ਰਹੇ. Now I talk about one of the Jathedar whose name was Baba Gurbaksh Singh Ji. He became Jathedar, and there was a battle around 1764. It was Abdali's 7th attack, and he attacked on Akal Takht Sahib as well. ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹਮਲਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਵੀ ਹਮਲਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, and then Akal Takht Sahib's building was also, can say ਕਿ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਢਾਹ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ, demolished at that time. When Baba Gurbaksh Singh Ji was Jathedar, as we mentioned, in Gurdwaras there is a head Granthi is the highest post. On the Takhts there is a Jathedar. So Baba Gurbaksh Singh Ji was the Jathedar with 29 other Sikhs. So total there were 36, and there was an attack from the ruler Abdali. and the number was countless. They could run, but they did not. Those 36 were fighting till their last breath. ਉਹ 30 ਸਿੰਘ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਲੜਦੇ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਜੂਝਦੇ ਨੇ ਔਰ finally all attained martyred. All were martyred. So Gurbakh Singh ji was the Jathedar and 29 other Sikhs. ਉਹ 30 ਦੇ 30 ਸਿੱਖ ਉੱਥੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ. That is why there is a one Gurdwara just backside of Akal Takht Sahib. If you go to the Akal Takht Sahib, अगर तुसी परिक्रमा करोगे ऊपरों दे जाओगे, then there is a Gurdwara. The photo you can see on the screen as well. Gurdwara Baba Gurbakh Singh Ji Shaheed, and the name of this Gurdwara is actually Gurdwara Shaheed Ganj. So this is Shaheed Ganj. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib ji de naal jehde Gurdwara Sahib related ne, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਸੀਸ ਗੰਜ, but this Gurdwara is Gurdwara Shaheed Ganj. Shaheed Ganj means khajana. Those were the treasurers. ਉਹ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਦੇ ਹੀਰੇ ਸਨ, ਇਹ ਮਤਲਬ ਬਣਿਆ. ਉਹ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ, ਉਹ ਹੀਰੇ ਸਨ. ਉਹ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ, ਉਹ ਖਜ਼ਾਨਾ ਸੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਪਰ ਆਖਰੀ ਦਮ ਤੱਕ ਉਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਸਥਾਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੇ. So whenever you get a chance, whenever you go again to Harmandir Sahib, when you take darshan of Shri Akal Takht Sahib, must do Parikrama and see in the Parikrama backside of the Akal Takht Sahib in another gate, we may say. So ਉੱਥੇ ਬਾਬਾ ਗੁਰਬਖਸ਼ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸਥਾਨ, ਇਹ ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਥਾਨ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ. That also we may have a look. Next. So Akal Takht Sahib, as we discussed, was the place where not only religious activities were taken care, not only Prakash, Sukhasan ya Katha ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ, but ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਮਸਲੇ ਸੀ ਕੌਮ ਦੇ, ਸਮਾਜਿਕ, social or the political, everything was taken care. Then we see Jathedar once, at the time of Maharaja Ranjit Singh Ji, there was a Jathedar Akali Phula Singh. Akali Phula Singh and Maharaja Ranjit Singh, sometimes they both had some, we may say, misunderstandings, or we may say they both had some disagreements as well. I think disagreement is a better word. So both were not agreed to each other. So थोड़े जो थे conflicts भी होते हैं. So that also I would like to share one of the incidents. So how the ruler of Punjab at that time, the king of Punjab, was Maharaja Ranjit Singh, but Jathedar is Akali Phula Singh. So once Maharaja Ranjit Singh also went into the bad company, and Maharaja Ranjit Singh asked him to avoid. But Maharaja Ranjit Singh was so rude to Akali Phula Singh and said, "You are just a Jathedar of Gurdwara Sahib. I am a king of Punjab. You can't do anything against me. So go back and do your work." कभी-कभी ego आ जाती है धन दौलत के नाल. So that's the same thing was happening in Maharaja Ranjit Singh's time as well. But later, Akali Phula Singh, then he just gave one hukamnama. So Jathedar to ki hunda hai, it is like taking care of entire life. What will be done in all the Gurdwaras is taken care or started, all the hukamnamas sent by the Jathedar. And our main court, main sarkar sadi hai Akal Takht Sahib. So this sent a hukamnama. From now onwards, Maharaja Ranjit Singh ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੰਥ ਚੋਂ ਕੱਢਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ. Is not part of the panth anymore, so no one would share fateh with him. Now we won't talk anymore with Maharaja Ranjit Singh because he is not walking on the path of Sikhi, not walking on the path of Gurbani. So everyone stopped saying even fateh to Maharaja Ranjit Singh. This is what the power was of Jathedar. Jathedar ਨੇ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਰਾਜੇ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੁਲਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੁਲਾਣਾ. ਜਥੇਦਾਰ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਰੁਤਬਾ ਵੀ ਸੀ ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਮਾਣ ਵੀ ਸੀ, ਸਨਮਾਨ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਸੀ ਸੰਗਤ. Then the king, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, also felt bad. He came, he asked for forgiveness, apologies, and then According to some resources, कि महाराजा रणजीत सिंह ਨੂੰ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਬਾਹਰ, ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੋਂ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਜਾਰੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਇਮਲੀ ਦਾ ਪੇੜ ਹੈ that you can see outside the ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ। So ਉੱਥੇ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੋੜੇ ਵੀ ਮਾਰੇ ਗਏ। He got punished as well. And he accepted as well. That is also one of the beautiful things. So king or ਰਾਜਾ ਵੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਜਥੇਦਾਰ ਦਾ ਸਨਮਾਨ ਕਰਦਾ। And in the down picture, the picture that you see on the screen, ਉੱਪਰ ਦੇ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਔਰ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੈ ਹਰਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ। Here also, this is the court of Maharaja Ranjit Singh Ji. One important thing, जो थल्ले वाली जगह है, this is a court of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and on the court, the room that you see here, Maharaja Ranjit Singh used to do prakash of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. While taking decision, he always reminding him that I am not the Supreme Court, I am not the highest court, there is another court on me. मेरे तो ऊपर भी एक कोर्ट है जिथे मेरा भी गवाही पैनी है, जिथे मैं हाजिर होना है। So I should take all the decision according to the base that Guru Sahib is above me, religion is above me, मैं छोटा हाँ धर्म महान। So that is what even he also took care in his time as well. So Akal Takht Sahib is actually a central government, we may say. Another four takhts are like, we may say, state government. So Akal Takht Sahib is the one takht who was started by Guru Ji, established by Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji. So जिन्ने भी हुक्मनामे सी स्टार्टिंग ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਜਾਰੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਮੇਨ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਜਾਰੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਹੁਕਮ ਮੰਨੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। So all other takhts are also important. They were taking care of those areas. But Akal Takht Sahib, we may say, ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ of Akal Takht Sahib ਇਸ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਵੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। So this takht is very important. If we need oneness in Sikhi, so then also we need Akal Takht. So because another takht ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਬਾਅਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਣ ਦੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, that also we'll discuss in upcoming sessions. But the name of the takht is itself a takht ਜੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੈ। So we must know the importance and power of Jathedar as well, and we must respect their decisions as well. And one another thing that we need to learn, देखो सब तो पहले स्टार्टिंग की थी हरगोबिंद साहब जी ने, he also went in the jail. Baba Gurbakh Singh ji became Jathedar, he attained martyrdom. Akali Phula Singh also faced so many problems. So Nawab Kapoor Singh, Jatsa Singh, Ahluwalia, he was also one of the Jathedar, but he was also part of the Vadda Kallukhara, where in just a couple of days, around 35 Sikhs were killed, mare gaye, shaheed kitte gaye in just 2 days. That is called as a big massacre, Vadda Kallukhara. And he was the one जिन्हों ने अपने शरीर के ऊपर भी around 62 निशान। He had around 62 wounds on his body. Becoming a Jathedar was a challenge. Becoming a Jathedar was meant you are ready to sacrifice your body, your life, and do well for the community, for the Sikhi, for the humanity. So they were not running against the power. So now whoever gets a chance, whenever we get any opportunity, ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਰੂਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਪਾਵਰ ਮਿਲੇ, so I feel that we must be helpful to the community rather than we should be like helping them, constructive, not destructive. Some people, once they get power, they become so destructive. But the use of the real power is being more constructive to the community, to the family, to the religion. So ਪਹਿਲਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਥੇਦਾਰ ਬਣੇ ਸਨ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ, that was not an easy thing to start and continuing, but ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ changes ਆਏ, that also we'll discuss in upcoming sessions. Because ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ also had lots of more history, more points, but we just discussed few aspects. So Akal Takht Sahib ਦੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਰਹਿਤ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਹੈ, that also we must follow rather than just questioning and questioning. But if we want oneness of the community, then only we can survive and we can move forward. तो ਅਸੀਂ ਅਗਰ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਹੈ one, ਇੱਕ, ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਏਗਾ, ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਬੇਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੁੱਖ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤਖਤ ਹੈ, ਮੇਨ ਤਖਤ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੈ। ਐਂਡ ਆਲਸੋ देयर इज ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ, ਹਾਊ ਸ਼ੁਡ ਵੀ ਲਿਵ ਆਵਰ ਲਾਈਫ, ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ is a part of Sikh Rahat Maryada, so we must read, we must know, and we must discuss about it as well. So these were some points about Akal Takht Sahib. We have 4 more takhts about history, about the learning, and those things we will cover in our upcoming sessions. So now looking forward to hear from you. Actually, what do you think? What did we learn? ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ, ਕੀ ਸਮਝਿਆ? Is there something that you learned today or you were not aware about Akal Takht Sahib or about the Takht? Or if you have something in your mind that I did not say or did not add, so please share, please add your information with all of us so that we all can learn from each other, we all can know more things about it. So now looking forward to hear from you. You all can unmute yourself, kindly share, kindly contribute as well. So thank you very much once again for joining. Guru Sahib ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲੇ, whenever we get a chance, whenever we get a power, whenever we are in the seva, whenever we can do something, we must participate and never postpone. न विलंब धर्म, न विलंब पापं, न विलंब धर्मं, विलंब पापं। ठीक है जी। तो ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਰੀ ਨਾ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰੀਏ, ਚੰਗਾ ਕੰਮ ਨਾਲ ਕਰੀਏ, ਮਾੜੇ ਕੰਮ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੋਸਟਪੋਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। So thank you very much once again for joining. So now looking forward for your contribution. Thank you very much. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, any ਸੰਗਤ member ji would like to share something? Hani Hajinder ji, you are unmuted ji. Would you like to share something ji? Hanji Hajinder ji, or any other Sangat member? Hanji Sukhi ji, you are unmuted ji. Sukhi ji, we cannot hear you. Yes. Hanji, would you like to share something, Sukhi ji?
No.
Thank you ji. Hanji Kuldeep ji are also unmuted ji.
Hanji, Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh. That was very informative and very good, insightful lecture and talk on our Panj Takht. Now, Akal Takht is the highest order here, right? तो ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦਾ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ। Now, the other 4 takhts, do they run independently or also do they take the cue from Akal Takht, Jathedar, and the whole Takht and its proceedings here?
Good question. Actually, I was thinking about discuss this point in the last session, but you brought a question. Okay, we'll talk now.
Actually, it's okay if we can always reserve it for the next lesson. Yeah.
No, we can still later we may discuss as you asked. Actually, it is supposed to sit together and discuss, and then Akal Takht Sahib is a supreme. Uthon hukam jari hunda hai. As Patna Sahib or Nanded, they are, we may select for local sangat. Uthon de lai, uthon di situation de lai koi hukamnama jari karna hai, then they can do. But worldwide, अगर कोई हुक्म कोई चीज जारी होएगी तो वो ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਣਿਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ। It is like a central government, they are the state government, we may say, in basic information everything. So they can apply, they can send some rule or hukamnama to the Maharashtra Sangat from Nanded, from Bihar Sangat, for Bihar Sangat from Patna Sahib या पंजाब ਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਇਲਾਕੇ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਕੋਈ ਦਮਦਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੋਂ ਹੁਕਮ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। But for worldwide it should be from ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ। ਸਾਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। That is another thing that we are lacking actually. Everyone is just trying to be independent, trying to think, okay, this is also Jathedar, so I can also send hukamnama. So ਉਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਥੋੜੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। This is one thing that we all must में से कि हल करना चाहिए है. This is something should not happen but happen. Yes.
That's sad.
Yes. Does this answer your question? Is it clear or not really?
Yes, but never mind. I look forward to the next lecture to clarify further.
Okay. Thank you very much. Ji. Hanji, any other Sangat members you would like to share something? Ji? Hanji Paji, you are unmuted. Ji.
हाँ जी, वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. सच्चा तख्त रचाया बैसन को जाई. What a beautiful way to understand the power of the Lord God, Vaheguru Ji, which we cannot see, but He is seated upon the Takht, the throne in this world. And I think that is what the lesson today is all about, the unseen power of the Lord God, Vaheguru Ji. Because देखो निर्गुण ते सरगुण स्वरूप दी गल, it comes a lot even in the Sukhmani Sahib. We can't see that God. I don't know. I've never met God. How do I actually relate that spiritual source of power of everything? And that, I think, is where the Takhts come in to bring a connection between the Miri and the Piri. And like you also correctly mentioned, it's centers of our leadership, of our justice, of our power that the Gurujis have given us to handle all the political and social issues of the community, not just the spiritual issues that the Harmandir Sahib and the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji and the Gurdwara Sahibs that do. I think that is where the Takhts are a very central point of resolving conflicts like you have talked about earlier, and also to guide the Sikh community. Now, I think it's also number two, useful in preserving the Sikh identity. This is something very important because the Takhts, they play a crucial role in safeguarding our traditions, our practices, and they ensure the continuity of the Sikh teachings. And I think they provide a platform for community discussions. Number three, I think they are a unifying force, the oneness that you talk about, that Takhts foster a sense of unity among the Sikhs, especially as we are spreading into the diaspora, different parts of the world. And I think when we go back to the Takhts to being Sir Mastak or Nak Mastak, I don't know which is the correct one, when we matatek at these places, in one way or another, we are actually strengthening the bonds back to the birthplace of Sikhi and so on. Now, from a spiritual benefits, I think Piri, I look at it as a spiritual powerhouses, although I know the Miri, the Nishan Sahib is a little bit shorter than the Piri. But since both the Nishan Sahibs are there, that means both Miri and Piri is there in the Takhts. And as we visit them, I think we can feel that spiritual upliftment over there. Number five, I think these are centers of learning because originally the Takhts were brought together by scholars coming together. And even until today, you see Tadi Jathas are there more than, at Akal Takht, you see the Tadi Jathas doing all that. And they're actually sharing history in a lyrical, in a poetic form. And I think that's another cultural point we cannot forget. Number six, preserving Gurbani. Again, it comes in like Takht Damdama Sahib. It played a vital role in compiling. I think you'll cover all this in the next session, since I did not know that this will be broken into two sessions. But the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji and the preserving and the compilation at Damdama Sahib, it's another good point. So I just want to come to point number seven, which is very important, that all the five Takhts have got their own significance. But as a Sikh community, and I hope this will be covered, and we will start to now grow as a community to look in the next lecture at the future of the Sikh community. New Takhts will have to come out. 1606 was Sri Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji's time. He established the first Takht, but the other four only came about after the demise, or maybe during the time of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and then the years after that. So as a Sikh community, we got to recognize the diaspora is spreading. We got to recognize Sikhs are everywhere. We cannot limit our only headness, or you can say the head rule making of the entire Sikh community. If you're going to have Raj Karega Khalsa, to be limited to that five in India, because let's be very frank, the thinking and the way of life of people outside India is so different. And our Singapore is a good example. You have lived here now for a few years, being our very good lecturer. When you go back and become Jathedar of Sri Akal Takht, I will guarantee you there will be Jathedars like us in the diaspora, because we need a global representation. We need a voice. We need leadership for Sikhs in the respective regions of maybe number one, America, Canada as being one region, Europe, Great Britain, and Middle East being number two, number three, Australia, New Zealand being number three, number four, Singapore representing Southeast Asia like Malaysia, Thailand, and so on. And number five, of course, India, 5 Takhts will merge back under the Akal Takht because we need to preserve Sikh identity in the international for the generations of the future, because Sikhs are very, very, very soon leaving India, whether it's for economic reasons or any other reasons that can be discussed on another platform. But I think when you mention addressing local issues that the Takhts, the other 4 Takhts do, in the same way local issues of the diaspora Sikhs around the world need to be handled by new Takhts that will be formed. Number 7, the important reason for doing this is also interfaith dialogue. I think new Takhts will come and become hubs of interfaith dialogue, interfaith collaboration to promote understanding, tolerance in the different parts of the world. And that's how Sikhi will become the basic, basic unifying force for peace in the world. And the last point I want to say is enhanced visibility. We Sikhs may be small in numbers, but we have got a lot of good things to contribute to the world, to maintain unity in the world, and to give a lot to the world to make it a better place for all. So I would like to say that I think as this discussion on Takhts goes on, and maybe in the next lesson, we should stop just thinking on in a very minute Punjab and just outside Punjab in India as the 5 Takhts. Takhts will always keep coming up, and we will have to come together. We will have to put our logistical challenges. We would have to look at the current situations, and we would have to look at the next 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, 20 years, if not 50-year plan for the future. And I urge every Sikh who's listening to this live and in the recordings to come, we all have to play our valuable role in facilitating the research, in discussions and feasibility and impact of new Takhts. We need to organize more conferences, webinars, online forums, and gather feedback from the global Sikh community to do this. And I tell you, we need to develop the resources, educational material like the University of Sikhism.com is doing, to make sure the next Takhts have a potential beautiful implication for the world peace that is really needed to make this world a better place for you and for me. Because Kudrat Takht Rachaya Sach Niberan Haro. I did not take too much time to share more Gurbani Panktis, but I'll tell you something. This is an important subject going forward. Singapore and the rest of us can take a lead in it. Thank you for giving me the time. As the future potential head of international Akal Takht of the world, I look forward to working closely with the Jathedar of the future Akal Takht, Sardar Satvinder Singh Ji, to make the world a better place through the teachings of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Pulchuk di maafi, samadinda bahut dhanwad. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. This topic will not end without a Jakara. Bolai Sonehal Sat Sri Akal. Thank you, Ji. Thank you. Thank you.
Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Thank you very, very much, Passing, for sharing your aspects. So here I would like to ask one more question. As you mentioned, like we may have more Takhts around the world. So here I would like to ask for the other Sangat members as well. They may share their views. So now the question which was from Kuldeep Ji as well. Okay, now we have different Takhts. Already we have 5 Takhts. Sometimes one Takht, or maybe the Takht who is in Maharashtra, they don't get agree to the Takht who is which is in Punjab. ਜਿਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਥੋੜੀ ਜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਨਨੈਸ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕੋ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਸੈਂਟਰਲ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਵੀ ਕੈਨ ਸਪਰੈਡ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਚੈਲੰਜ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਵਾਟ ਡੂ ਯੂ ਥਿੰਕ, ਇਫ ਵੀ ਹੈਵ ਮੋਰ ਤਖਤ ਆਊਟਸਾਈਡ ਦਾ ਵਰਲਡ, ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਚੈਲੰਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵੱਧ ਵੀ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ. ਬਟ ਅਨਦਰ ਵੇ, ਇਫ ਯੂ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ, ਵੀ ਆਰ ਜਸਟ ਟੇਕਿੰਗ guidelines from Akal Takht Sahib, but we all can implement in other Gurdwaras as well, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਡੇਲੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੇ. So here also, if someone would like to share, so they may share something about it as well. And Satvinder ji asked, we announce in advance, whichever topics or that we discuss every week. So you may send a message to me, or I'll add you in a group if you are not part of the group. I'm sending you a message in the chat as well. So we'll keep you posted. We always update in advance whichever topics are coming. Now, definitely in this month, we'll continue with the same topic, Panj Takht. So next week also we'll continue the same. So do you have some? Do you want to say something else, Satvirji? You also unmuted yourself earlier. Okay. And any other Sangha members who would like to contribute? Please don't be shy. We are just it's just open discussion. You may share your point of views. You may share your suggestions. We all are here to discuss. So anyone who would like to share something, wants to add? Anji. Anji Hardeep Kaur ji, would you like to share something, ji?
Anji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Yes, for me, I learned a lot today from your lecture. Some things I did not know. And I've been to Harmandir Sahib once. अकाल तख्त दे अंदर जा सकते हैं ਅਸੀਂ?
अच्छा बिल्कुल।
अच्छा, okay. Okay. I think ਹੁਣ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਪਏਗਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ। ਅਕਾਲ ਸਰ ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਖੂਹ ਆ, ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਵੇਖਿਆ। ਐਂਡ ਉਹ ਜੋ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਬਣਿਆ ਨਾ ਉੱਥੇ, ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਅਜੇ ਵੇਖਣਾ। ਤੇ I'm just wondering ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਥੇਦਾਰ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ, ਉਹ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਚੁਣੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ?
ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ बड़ा एक खतरनाक क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली, तो ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਡਿਬੇਟ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। So that I think we'll discuss personally, so it's a bit sensitive nowadays. So but ਇਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੁਝ requirements ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਕੁਝ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, so it is like little bit political and religious both ways, so but we'll discuss one on one. Thank you ਜੀ।
but ਜੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ, ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਜੀ ਨੇ even listen to people's problems, na, jo tusi dasya, and solve their problems so that they will not go to the ruler and so on. I think it's very good, but I don't know who can do this nowadays. Jo ajkal bhi ye load hai. Yeah, bahut load hai. So it is a very good example Guruji has set. I wish that somebody can carry on this kind of example. And if especially ਤਖਤ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਡਾਇਸਪੋਰਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ, ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਅਤੇ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਤੋਂ ਆਵੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ। ਐਂਡ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਾਲ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਸੀ, ਹੁਣ ਸਮਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਹੈ, ਸੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੋਂ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਹਨ। Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you very, very much Ji for sharing your aspects. And one another thing, we do have the email address. We can send an email to them as well. They do reply also. But furthermore, also we will discuss in upcoming sessions, and which is good in the things that you shared, Ji, Hardeep Ji, Kuldeep Kaur Ji, ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਹਾਊ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਲਿਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਫॉर दैट ਵੀ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਨੀਡ ਟੂ ਵਰਕ ਟੁਗੇਦਰ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨ ਜੀ। ਬਟ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ ਫॉर योर ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਸ਼ਨਸ ਜੀ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਐਨੀ ਅਦਰ ਸੰਗਤ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਜੀ ਵੁੱਡ ਲਾਈਕ ਟੂ ਐਡ ਸਮਥਿੰਗ, ਔਰ ਇਫ ਯੂ ਹੈਵ ਐਨੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਔਰ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਐਨ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਟੂ ਦ ਟੌਪਿਕ। Okay, so a request to all the Sangat members, ji, okay, now we all can unmute ourselves and we all can say goodbye together, ji. Thank you very much once again for joining, for giving a precious time. Guru Sahib Saran Chadbi Kala Bakshan ji, Sare Mahatma Yad Kariye. Now let's say Vaheguru Ji
Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you much, Ji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.